Whether you like it or not, you become what you see and hear. There is nothing you can do about it. Anything you see and anything you hear, that's what you become. In 2 Corinthians 3:18, it said, we all with unveiled faces, beholding as in a glass the glory of the Lord. It said we are changed into that image from glory to glory as by the Spirit of the living God. The word change there is the word metamorpho. It's not just change of mindset. It's actually metamorphosis. The way an egg of a butterfly changes to a winged creature. That's what will happen to you. When you see and hear things, after a while, what you will become will not resemble what you were before you started seeing and hearing. Because sight and sound has the power to engender metamorphosis. And this is why, if you want to be strong in faith, you must master in conditioning the things that you see and the things that you hear. In Romans 10:17, it said, faith cometh by hearing. And it said, hearing by the word of the Lord. So anybody you see who is full of faith, he is full of faith because he is hearing only things that engender faith. You can hear what creates fear. You can hear what creates faith. The choice is yours. And do you know something else? Your psychology is designed to protect you. That means your system wants to hear bad news more than it wants to hear good news. And that's why bad news easily goes viral. The moment anything looks bad, your whole system is awoken. It's designed that way to protect you. Because if you get the signal, you can escape. But that is also a great disadvantage, because now you are predisposed to receiving what is negative much more than what is good and impactful. And so anybody who wants to walk by faith, you must guard your ear gate. Don't be too prone to hearing things that scare you. Don't be too prone to hearing things that make you want to do evil, because not too long you will do them. You cannot deny what you hear and see. You must become it. In Mark 5:25-27, you see the story of the woman with the issue of blood. You will think her solution came because Jesus carried too much anointing. No. I will show you the foundation of that woman's solution. He said, and a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years. He said, and had suffered many things of many physicians. You know what this means? Sometimes you go to the hospital, they say, take blood sample. A nurse will just bully you with needle. And the other time, somebody almost slapped a nurse. Are you a student? Will you tear my hand because you want to get blood sample? They will insert it and pull it out and clean it and insert like a dagger. This is human body. What are you? Hope you know, Mephibosheth became paralyzed because of the person nursing him. They take your money and then they are bullying you with needles. Sometimes they come and say, sorry, we will change your drugs. You say, which one? Oh, what do you mean? You gave me drugs, I took it for 2 weeks. You come, you want to change all the drugs. So after taking drugs for 6 months, they will now come and say, oh, we didn't see something during the diagnosis. So what happens to all the chemicals that I put in myself? Doctors are trying, don't get me wrong. But they are men, they are men. So the Bible said this woman suffered many things in the hands of physicians. And the Bible also said, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing bettered, but rather grew worse. If a demon is involved, there's nothing a doctor can do about it. That's why more than 80% of the sicknesses in the world don't have cure. They only treat. That means they manage it for you. There's no cure for blindness. There's no cure for deafness. There's no cure for high blood pressure. There's no cure for diabetes. There's no cure for hepatitis. There's no cure for schizophrenia. There's no cure for cancer. Meanwhile, all your faith is in a doctor. Congratulations. But, verse 27, here comes the good news. When she had heard of Jesus. This is where her answer came from. The reason that woman was able to conceive that if she touched the hem of his garment was because of what she heard. If she didn't hear enough, she would have said Jesus must lay hands on her. If she didn't hear enough, she would have said Jesus must come to her house. But based on what she heard, if this thing you are saying is true, I don't need this man to even know I'm around. So you can carry your faith to any level based on what you hear. The woman heard something about Jesus and she said, no, if these things are true, then it will be a waste of time and effort for him to see me. He doesn't need to see me. And she came from the back, touched the hem of his garment. And when you hear and faith wakes up, God knows. And the power of God located her. So your own faith too can be jacked up. The question is, what are you hearing? So the reason you think that Jesus must appear in your house is because of what you have heard. If you hear enough about Jesus, his love, his faithfulness, and his power, you will be shocked that you will become a faith giant. You are not weak in faith. You have not just heard the right things. If you hear enough, anything can be possible to you.